I recently saw the Golden Boy Top 10 Index, which had an unbelievable amount of talent on it, but it had me thinking, you very rarely see a young player have a consistent trajectory and make it all the way to the top. And there are a number of factors to why a lot of young players never really reach their potential. The first factor, and arguably the most important of them all, are injury setbacks, with typical examples being the likes of Jack Wilshere and Charlie Musonda, who suffered with recurring injuries which stunted their growth massively. Another being opportunities. Young players need opportunities and might not get them at bigger clubs. They need the right environment to thrive, and you look at clubs like Ajax, who have the biggest reputation for their development of young talent. A great example of how a young player has been managed perfectly was how Pep Guardiola mentored Phil Foden and eased him into the squad rather than loaning him out when a lot of people suggested he should have. By allowing Foden to train with some of the world's best players, such as Kevin De Bruyne and David Silva, we've seen a steady and gradual rise in his game and his development. Another important factor is making sure that they take the right move at the right time. Some young players can make a jump to a big club too early and it stunts their growth as a result. Take for example Jude Bellingham and Erling Haaland, two of the best young talents in world football at their respective times, who were sought out for by all the best clubs in Europe, but instead decided to reject the likes of Man United and join Borussia Dortmund in search of first team regular football. And that's why essentially today for young players, mentality is far more important than talent, because they need to be able to overcome expectations and pressure. And following that, here are the young players in world football who I think can go right to the very top. Kendry Payers agreed to join Chelsea from Independiente del Valle for 17.2 million and is the youngest scorer in Ecuador history at 16 years old. The now 17-year-old is for sure going to make a huge impact on the Premier League if Chelsea get his development right, which is something that everyone should be focusing on as they're investing a lot of money in young talent. Lamine Yamal is probably the most established player on this list. He's broken into the Barcelona first team and the Spanish national team at just 16 years old and definitely looks like one to watch come the Euros this summer. Ethan Nwaneri is Arsenal's youngest ever appearance maker at 15 years old. He signed a new pro deal this season despite strong interest from Chelsea and Manchester City. The 17-year-old attacking midfielder has trained all season with the first team and is for sure going to get a chance at pre-season and in the Premier League next year. Eustáquio Willian. The 17-year-old Brazilian-born winger made his name at the Under-17 World Cup, but with recent noise about a potential move to Chelsea, it's only fair to include this wonder kid. The Palmeiras manager recently said that he is the biggest talent that he's ever seen, which says a lot given who's next on this list. There's no secret regarding the talent of Endrick, as he seems an inevitable success following his £60 million move to Real Madrid. His goals versus England and Spain were a little taster of what's to come as he joins up with Ancelotti's side next season. Another player strongly linked with a move to Real Madrid is Lille's Leny Yoro. The 18-year-old central defender has been a regular starter for Lille in helping them qualify for the Champions League and is surely destined for greatness. The 6'2" defender is reminiscent of a young Raphael Varane with his long dangly legs, but is more than comfortable enough in build-up to hack playing at the highest level in Europe. Another Frenchman, and the last player on this list, is Zaire Emery. The 18-year-old central midfielder became a regular for Paris Saint-Germain last season and has been exceptional in their Champions League campaign this season. He's no doubt the crown jewel in the future of French football. If you think I've left anyone out, make sure to leave it in the comments, and remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.